Hello guys, welcome back to MVC Beauty and my garden corner. Today, unfortunately, it is October 16th, which means that my beans, I didn't think needed to come down, but they are actually frost sensitive. My peppers, my tomatoes, and my basil are frost sensitive, so I guess it's time to take it down, unfortunately, but I'm going to be recording so you'll be able to see how much I actually get from my last harvest of the season. Let's go. My beans, I was actually kind of surprised that they are really frost sensitive. I didn't actually know that until I read it in my Farmer's Almanac. I don't know if I said about that before, but it actually told me that beans are actually frost sensitive, so I have to take these down, unfortunately, because we all know, if you guys have been watching me for a while, that beans are my favorite thing to harvest, but it's okay. But I'm just going to take all the ones down that are good. That one looks a little rough. Like, see, even these ones, like the ones, they fell down like off the vine and they just landed here. So I'm actually just going to leave them there so they can maybe grow. I actually did harvest a lot of them, so I'm not, that one's a little small. I'm just going to keep all the ones that are not good on the bottom, and then I'll just put whatever's good in my basket. But anyways, I thought that beans were frost tolerant, but I guess not. I was actually hoping that they were, because I planted beans early in October thinking that they would be good, and no, they're not good. So, but it's fine. Sometimes things just have to come to an end. So, I don't know. But see, this is like the hardest part, is having to take down your vegetables that you grew and having to leave them. I'm actually just going to take this down because these are, I think these are still good as long as they're grown. So I'll just take it down. I'll take all of it down. But even like the little baby ones, I'm just going to leave here. But all the bigger ones I'm going to take off. I'm just very thankful that I got the amount of beans that I got this year. I'm very thankful for that, because I love green beans. I love beans of any kind, so I'm very thankful for the amount of beans that I got this year. The gratitude is definitely here today with my beans. Just like my cucumbers, whenever I had to take down my cucumber plant, it was the same thing. I was upset. Oh, there's a nice one. Beautiful bean to end the harvest of beans. I think I'm just gonna leave, like, I took down like the top part of it, but I might just leave this to dry out. You guys take your plants down when, like, after you're done harvesting. I take mine because it's just less sad whenever you actually see all the dead leaves and stuff, and beans I got in this instance, and how much joy it brought me to be able to cook them and eat them, and just like the whole point of growing your own food and being able to eat it. That's really what gardening is all about, is to be able to plant vegetables and herbs for your family so that they can eat. I think that is the true gardening standpoint. It was more of like a therapy, is more of therapy for me, because I learned a lot about patience. I learned a lot about just being outside more, being with nature. It's just the whole point of just being outside with the plants and just enjoying the vitamin C. That's what really it is all about. I'm just coming down here to get whatever I can pull down, and then obviously the stuff that I already pulled down, I'm just going to put in the compost bin. I like this netting though. I will link this down below. I love this netting. This netting is really really nice. video, I will be linking everything that I used in my garden down below in the description. But this netting actually held pretty well this year, so I'm very happy about this. This is my second year using this, the netting trellis, so I can agree that it's pretty good. This is not my last harvesting video because obviously I have other things here that are still okay for the winter time, so I still have other harvests coming, but just like my main ones. All right, and my beans are now down. Moving on to the harder stuff. All right, and the next vegetable that we got to take down is my peppers, unfortunately. So I have a lot of peppers that are growing in here, like that are still small, but because of the weather and the fact that it is cold, getting cold outside, especially at nighttime, we got to take it down. So I'm just going to be taking down my peppers. And of course, my first one is going to be my biggest one. And I can even feel the fact that it's too cold because of how this pepper feels, but look how amazing that is. This is a stir-fry blend, and like right here is actually kind of soft, and it wasn't completely changed, but this is a stir-fry blend, and this is my biggest pepper that I've gotten. And now I'm just going to I have a lot of green ones, so I'm just going to cut down those ones. I will be growing peppers next year. I'm probably going to grow, because I think all of these are basically the same thing. So next year I'm going to be growing different varieties. Like I'm going to be growing jalapeno. I'm going to be growing some yellow banana peppers, and obviously my stir fry, and then the miniature peppers too, because you know I love my snackies. They're pretty good this year, and I got a decent amount of peppers. I can't really say the total of the peppers because I don't actually know. I don't remember what the total was. This actually kind of looks like a very deformed bell pepper. Like it's just thin. See what all the peppers we got in here. If they're not like really small, I'm just going to leave them on here. But if they're bigger than, say, this one, I'm just going to cut them off. Now I might actually just leave the peppers up here just so they can kind of die down a little bit. But all the peppers are basically off. And these small ones, if I can get them off, like if they grow bigger and I can get them off, then that'd be great. But other than that, I think it's lastly my tomatoes down now too. And I have like cherries here. But they're starting to turn white, so that's good that they're starting to turn white, so that way they can ripen inside. I have my basket over there, and we are just going to be taking down my tomatoes. I'm actually going to be leaving this this cage here. This was actually for my pumpkins that I had last year, but I think I'm just going here for now because I actually do like how it supported my tomatoes, especially whenever I had to tie it up. So I am going to leave this here so that whenever I get more tomatoes, obviously next year, this will have the support that it needs and we won't have to go into that catastrophe that we went into. It's like a jungle though. Like I have to actually look through everything to make sure I got them all in the area that I already got. And there's some back here. I feel like I'm going to get more tomatoes than I thought, than I counted. And I'm not complaining at all because my landlord is still waiting for some tomatoes too, so I'm not complaining at all. All the peppers, there are the tomatoes too. So now I can just start cutting down the stems a little bit. I'm probably just going to leave this to die out a little bit and then I'll take it down, but just so the stem is a little bit shorter, but I am going to kind of trim this down a little bit just so it's a little bit easier for it to dry out because it's basically a jungle here. Let's see if there's any tomatoes in there too. You see what I'm talking about? It's like a jungle right here. I guess I didn't prune as much as I thought I did, but because the peppers are still flowering, so I don't know, but it's okay. All right, so tomatoes are done. Like I said, I'm gonna let the main stem kind of dry out, I guess we can say. So I can just take it down afterwards. It kind of looks a little messed up right now. So for my basil, I am actually just going to cut it down. I know you can like dry them and stuff like that, but I have a lot of basil seeds already and I'm getting a lot more. So I'm just gonna actually take what I can and then I'm just gonna cut this down. So, and I'm actually just going to be putting it where my beans are because my other basket is completely filled with tomatoes and peppers. So we're just going to do this. Cut a stem and just kind of look and see if I see any leaves that are good. If they're good, I will keep them. If not, then they will stay on the stem. What I'm probably going to do with the basil is I'm just going to freeze it. Like I'll chop it up and freeze it so I can have it for meals to come. That's what I did with the other ones that I harvested already. I just kind of froze them or chopped them, cleaned them, chopped them, and then froze them. And that's what we did. So I think that's what I'm going to do with these as well. But now, like for the seeds, what I could do is I'm going to take all the bad leaves off and then I'm going to kind of do it upside down so then I can get seeds. But that's what I'm going to do with that basically. I love the smell of basil though. It smells so good. I love it. It clears my nose. Like it smells so good. I love it. Maybe someone else would want some basil seeds so I can dry them out for them and cook them. Now we're going to cilantro. And same thing with the cilantro. What I'm actually going to do with the cilantro is I'm going to cut it out at the base, and then I'm just going to pick all the leaves off as I go. Like this one is actually starting to flower, so kind of a sad story for my cilantro because I did have it over there, but whenever my basil came out, my cilantro was covering it, so I had to kind of disregard that. We'll see how these do, like just by cutting this down. But just because it is pretty big, I'm gonna cut this down too. But we'll just see how this is. We might be able to get more at least before the hard frost actually comes, but it's not gonna get any colder. It's gonna be in the 40s and 30s at night time. So, but during the day, it'll be in the 60s. So you can take that for what it is, but. Okay, so this is what we harvested for my summer crops officially. So we got a handful of beans, lots of basil, some stems of cilantro. I got 16 peppers here, and I have 21 tomatoes here. None of them are ripened yet, but they will ripen inside. But yeah, I'd say for the last harvest of my summer crops, this was pretty successful. It's a little unfortunate, but that's what happens every year. And then we move on to the next. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry that I'm wearing glasses, but the sun is like in my eye, so I needed to wear some eyeglasses, obviously. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Unfortunately, my summer crops are done, but there's always next year, and I still have my fall crops that are still brewing, still doing good. Besides my greens, that's going to be a whole other video because my greens are not doing good at all, like my kale, my cauliflower, my Swiss chard in the big bed over here, but that'll be a whole other video of maybe potentially replanting and then letting it winterize for a spring crop, but we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!